Have you ever felt completely numb? Like nothing brings joy anymore, not even the things you once loved? Your favorite food, music, shows, they just don't move you. You can't even cry anymore because you feel too shut down, too frozen to be moved or to find any release. Instead of sadness, it often feels like emptiness. You're walking through each day on autopilot, functioning on the outside, but inside you feel collapsed. And no matter how much you rest, you still feel tired, all the time, with no clear reason why. In a recent poll I ran, half the respondents said numbness is one of the top signs they face with depression. So you're far from alone. And you may remember the song Numb by Linkin Park, where Chester Bennington sang, "I've become so numb, I can't feel you there." That lyric doesn't just describe pressure from others or expectations. It captures that quiet freeze inside you when nothing moves you anymore. This isn't laziness or weakness. It's not you failing at life. What you might be experiencing is something deeper, a state your nervous system goes into when it's carried too much for too long. Most people know about fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. But there's another state, one we rarely talk about, that feels very different: shutdown. And for many of us, this shutdown is what depression actually feels like. When stress or trauma pushes you for too long, your system eventually reacts by shutting down. Think of it like a laptop or smartphone that's been running too hard. Too many apps open, too much load on the processor. After overheating for hours, it suddenly powers off to protect its parts from the heat carried so far. Your body does something similar. After carrying so much stress, trauma, or ongoing depression, your nervous system slows everything down. Not because you are weak, but because it's trying to protect you from burning out completely. That's why you might feel numb, empty, or drained for no clear reason. On the outside, it looks like nothing's happening, but inside, your system is just trying to keep you alive. Before we dive deeper into why this happens, let's take a look at what these shutdown symptoms might look like in everyday life. Numbness. Whether it's good news, bad news, joy, or sadness, you feel almost nothing. Even empathy or sympathy for others becomes hard to access, as though your emotions have been switched off. Loss of joy. Things that once lit you up, painting, sports, video games, TV shows, even your favorite songs, now feel dull and meaningless. Tired all the time. No matter how much you rest, you wake up exhausted, as though your body never truly recharges. Unable to cry. Even when you want the release, nothing comes out. Movies, music, or sad moments don't move you anymore. Disconnected. It's like living behind a glass window. You see life happening but feel cut off from it, zoning out in conversations or going through routines on autopilot. Robot-like functioning. You get up, go to work or school, handle responsibilities, but it feels mechanical, like you are running a script rather than really living. Slowed thoughts and body. Simple tasks feel like heavy lifting, conversations drag, and even walking or eating can feel like moving through thick mud. This isn't an exhaustive list, but it gives you a glimpse. Now let's look at why and how this happens. When life keeps you under stress for too long, whether it's big traumas like loss, abuse, or neglect, or smaller, constant pressures like never feeling safe, emotionally or physically, never feeling seen or good enough, or the ongoing strain of academic, relationship, societal, and career expectations, your body doesn't forget. It reacts through something called the autonomic nervous system, which quietly manages your survival. It has two main branches: the sympathetic system, which speeds you up to fight or run when there's danger, and the parasympathetic system, which helps you slow down and recover when you are safe. But the parasympathetic side itself has two modes. One is the ventral vagal, which lets you feel calm, connected, and social. And the other is the dorsal vagal, which takes over when the body believes there's no escape, no help, no point fighting anymore. Most of us move through life within what's called our window of tolerance, the range where we can handle stress, feel emotion, and still stay grounded. But when stress or trauma push you beyond that window, your system shifts into survival states. Too much activation sends you into hyper-arousal, anxiety, racing thoughts, restlessness. But after long periods of anxiety, fear, pressure, or emotional pain, when your sympathetic system, the active fight-flight part, has been running non-stop, your body does the only thing it can to protect you. It flips the switch the other way. From overdrive to shutdown, you enter the hypoarousal state. That's the dorsal vagal response, the body's last safety mechanism, a kind of emergency power-saving mode. Heart rate drops, digestion slows, muscles lose energy, and emotions flatten. You don't feel calm, you feel absent. It's not failure or weakness. It's your body saying, "This is the only way I can keep you safe right now." This is why depression often doesn't look like what most people imagine. It's not always tears or dramatic sadness. Sometimes it's the absence of everything. It's waking up every day feeling hollow, slow, and detached, like the world has lost its color and meaning. For some, this becomes high-functioning depression or smiling depression. You still show up, smile when needed, even achieve things. But inside it feels like you are just existing instead of living. That's still shut down, only hidden behind routine and responsibility. The good news is, your nervous system isn't broken. It's simply stuck in protection mode. The same way it learned to shut down to survive, it can also learn to feel safe again. But this doesn't happen through force or motivation. It happens through gentle, consistent safety and care. In the short term, it's not about forcing motivation. It's about helping your body slowly remember what feeling even means. Start small. Eat a meal in quiet and notice each taste, or feel the water on your hands as you wash them. Sit by a window and breathe, just enough to sense your chest rise and fall. These moments gently wake the parts of you that went offline, reminding your body that it's still here, still safe. Other things that help include gentle movement to bring life back into the body, slow breathing to calm the vagus nerve, or using temperature, like holding something cool or warm, to remind yourself you exist in this moment. Sometimes it's just sitting near someone safe, or listening to soft music or nature sounds. These aren't quick fixes. They are small signals of safety. And when the body feels safe again, emotions slowly begin to return. The long-term healing begins when you start rebuilding trust in yourself, in life, and in others. This comes from therapy, trauma work, self-reflection, inner child healing, and learning compassion towards yourself. It's about giving your body new evidence that not every situation will end in danger or rejection. Practices like journaling, mindful movement, or even talking honestly with someone kind help your nervous system unlearn fear, one memory at a time. You don't need to chase joy immediately. The goal is first to feel safe and present again, and when safety returns, joy naturally starts to follow. Slowly, emotions begin to thaw, motivation stirs again, and life starts to feel a little more real. Healing from shutdown takes time, but every small step you take towards safety and presence truly matters. And I share all of this not as a professional, but as someone who's lived through it, through complex trauma, depression, and anxiety, and learned through therapy, self-help, and personal research what's really happening and what helps us heal. There are other videos on this channel that can help you not only understand what's happening inside you, but also find gentle solutions, real guidance, and moments of support, with more to come. Whenever it feels heavy, or you just need a reminder that someone understands, I'll be here.